Right, so this is just kind of going to be just a one-off sort of thing. I just wanted to do a first impressions of this. So, Fortnite Save the World finally went free to play. You can now play it on the Switch too, which thank God, because I've been playing it on the PC. And let me tell you something. I've got a fucking 4070 Ti graphics card, and even that struggles to run Fortnite at times. So it's nice that I'll be able to like play the Save the World portion on the Switch 2 now. But yeah, I want to see what they added specifically, because they also updated like Battle Royale, but that's not going to be today. Today I'm just going to check the Save the World portion of it. Maybe I'll like play Battle Royale sometime this coming week. But yeah, we're going to quickly peek at this, and then after that we'll move on to the next game proper. So just consider this a bit of a transition between two things. This is mostly just out of curiosity on my part. I want to see how Save the World runs on Switch 2 and what specifically they changed to it.
Before the battle bus, there was the storm. The monsters are closing in, and we need you. We're looking for a few good soldiers. Constructors.
Like, Save the World has been around
ninjas,
since the beginning of Fortnite, like before Battle Royale was even a thing. This was like what Fortnite was supposed to be. And admittedly, I didn't get into it until a little bit after I got into Battle Royale, but I play it regularly because I've got the Founders Pack, which gives me like daily quests that give me like V-Bucks and whatnot. That's why I've got so many V-Bucks in this game. But it is kind of fun to play with friends.
Rescue survivors and save the world.
You said the thing. Ah! Anyways. But yeah, I'll do like one or two missions with this. In fact, you know what? It is past 1 AM for me. I can do my dailies now. Oh yeah, since I last played Fortnite on stream, I bought Buzz Lightyear. They added him and I think Emperor Zurg to the Fortnite store. I was like, you know what? I like Buzz Lightyear, so I wanted to get him. Right, so there it is. Save the World is now on Switch 2. Weird how when this game came out on Switch 2 like about a year ago, they did not include that mode for some reason. Because when I first like tried it, I was like, where's Save the World? Why is it not here? But no, they finally got it to this system. So I think from this point onward, I'll just be playing Save the World on the console as a result of that. Next thing we know, we might end up seeing Sora. Considering, you know, the huge like Disney collaboration and like how much that like they've invested in like Epic stocks and whatnot, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm pretty sure we will see Sora at some point. It'll be weird seeing Sora holding a shotgun, but then again, you see all sorts of characters in this game that don't hold guns, just holding guns. That's taken a while. Oh, I got a bunch of stuff. Guess these are just for people playing the free-to-play version for the first time. Well, that's cool. Alright. Claim all. Oh. Okay, this is different. So normally it's just like a bunch of menus, and now you have like a 3D space to like navigate that like gives you presumably all the options that you normally get before doing a mission. That's neat. Yeah, I did not know about this. Yeah, you can manage survivals there. Don't know what you do over here. This looks kind of... I do like this interface. Well, I mean, it's just you explore and like interact with something. I think this is where you store your weapons. Yep, that's the armory. Manage your research. I don't know if the research system has changed in this update. No, I'm still at level 130, so that's good. It hasn't changed any of that. You have received this schematic. I think that's just tutorial stuff for people that have never played this before. What's down there? I also noticed that it's running at 30 FPS. Can I increase the frame rate? Like, can I make it performance mode? Not sure where performance mode would be if that's a thing for this. Graphics. Yeah, I don't know if there is a performance toggle. Hopefully it's not like this when I actually go into a mission. I'm fine with it being 30 for the menu part, but... Right, so where do I go to begin my mission? Is it here? Manage gadgets. Manage research. I think it's up here where you start your missions. Okay, this looks like... Yep, open world map. Alright, well this looks interesting. So we're now I see the familiar shit. See, normally this is how the menus are supposed to look. But it's supposed to look like these. But yeah, let me check, where is it? Quests. Quest log. So there's my daily for the day. Again, I have the, what do you call it? I've got the Founders Edition of the game. Which basically means I bought into it early enough that I get like a constant flow of V-Bucks every day. So I think I get like 100 a day minimum. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna see what the mission alerts are for the day. There's none, okay. So eliminate 300 with shotguns. I'm gonna replace that. Destroy 6 park seesaws, right? That's fairly easy, I can do that. In quest. Let me just, Venture challenge quest, let me unpin that. Right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just hop into a mission that's like... I think the suburban biome is what I'm looking for. Let's do... hang on. We'll do something... Let me do something a little bit more difficult than that. That's fairly easy stuff. Let's do Canny Valley. Kind of middle of the road. Wait, is there suburban stuff in Canny Valley? I forget. Autumn Park. Oh, there are suburbs. Okay. Right, we'll do this one then. Again, this is just a real quick look at the Switch 2 version of this, because I was curious about this. Like, I'm only going to be looking at this for like 20 minutes or something. Maybe not even. But there's not enough here for me to like do a full like 2-hour session of it. I'm just want to see how things look. I'm noticing that everything has been running at 30 FPS so far. I don't know if you can lift that frame rate. Because of the in-game graphics, like if the in-game stuff is like also 30, that's a little bit disappointing. Because I do prefer, you know, them smooth graphics. But yeah, if you're wondering, how does Mel have so many fucking V-Bucks? Does he like spend money on that? And I'm like, not really. I just earn it every day by playing Save the World a little bit. And I'm the kind of person that likes to stockpile. Yeah, the frame rate is capped at 30. That's a little bit disappointing, but I'll deal with it. It's so weird seeing this running on the Switch 2. Because I've been so used to playing this on PC for like a couple years at this point.
Good thinking by targeting cars. Great source of nuts and bolts. Commander, not to get all venture capitalist on you here, but I think I'm close to a breakthrough that'll change everything. I haven't ordered the turtleneck yet, but I have added a few to my cart. Great work out there.
File's destroyed. Did I set it to fill? I don't know. Wait.
Target located.
Target
Drop the
located.
atlas on the target when you're ready.
Nice work.
Oh.
Bonus challenge is now available.
That's everything. Head back to base.
So I'm going to do a couple things here. First of all, I need to find out... Yeah, so this is joinable apparently. I don't know if I set it to fill when I started, because if not, then nobody's going to join this match. Does anyone remember if it was fill or not? I'll tell you what. Just to be absolutely sure, I'm just going to go back and make sure that that is set to fill, because I think I may have turned it off before I jumped in. But yeah, the Switch 2 version, it runs. I just wish it ran at 60. I know that's a bit of a nitpick, but I do like when games run at that frame rate for the games like this. But I think I can get used to it. I mean, at least Battle Royale runs at 60. I don't know why they couldn't get the Save the World thing to run at 60 on Switch 2. I will say this though, it does take a while for the menu to load up. So that may be a bit of a downside. I do like the new menu system, but I think this may be a drawback to that. So I feel like I'm just sitting here waiting longer to get back to the main menu to change stuff.
Gird your ontologicals, Commander, because what I'm about to say will be shocking. I have reason to believe the storm has created a new branch of physics. A passive branch of physics. If that's true, that means the rules of reality itself can be impacted by what you do. And I know we just met, but if you give me a chance, I think we can improve your team's ability to fight the storm.
Yeah! Phone!
Give me a second, I'm trying to figure out something here. Right, what I want to do... First of all... Now, let me check the settings. So let's see, graphics... Nothing regarding performance there. I don't think there's anything about that here. Game UI. No. Well, there is Joy-Con settings and whatnot, but I don't need that right now. Controller options, audio, communication. Yeah, I don't think there is a performance setting. Right, so let me go back to Canny Valley, if I can find it. Oh, it was set to fill, okay. Yeah, just make sure that is fill. Right, so I'll do one mission and then we'll hop onto Mario Galaxy after this. Again, I'm not going to waste everybody's time too much here. This is just a little extra thing I'm adding into the stream just because. The next proper Fortnite stream I'll probably do sometime this coming week. Because the Battle Royale did get an update today. They're on Act 2 of Season 2. Oh hey, we got someone here this time. You know what's funny? This isn't available on the first gen Switch. That honestly does not surprise me. Because I imagine Save the World is using an older version of the Fortnite engine before they optimized it specifically for Battle Royale play. So it's always had a little bit of underlying jank that I just don't think the Switch one could even handle. See, that's why when the Switch 2 version, when the Switch 2 dropped and like the Switch 2 got like a Fortnite port, I thought they were going to add that day one, like Save the World. And then they didn't, and I was kind of perplexed. But now we finally have it, even if it runs at like 30 FPS. It's here. You can play it. Right, so let me try to remember how you control stuff. Oh, yeah. I'm used to like playing this on a mouse and keyboard, so I have to remember what buttons do what. So I'm going to be a little bit rusty in terms of like doing this shit. But I think I should be fine. Now, let's see. Just gonna gather some crystals here. Oh. How do I do my... Right, it's this button. Maybe now that it's bringing in players, they will optimize it better. I would like to see them, like, you know, refine the Switch 2 version of this to run at 60. Like, does the PlayStation 5 version run at 60? Like, not the Pro console, like, just the original console? Because I don't think I played Fortnite on PS5. I only played it on PS4, and back then it ran at 60. It does? Alright. Again, sorry if I seem a little bit jank in my movements here. I'm not used to like playing it like this. Like I play Zero Build Battle Royale. I've fucking forgotten how to do like building with controllers. Right, what I should do is look for seesaws because that is my daily. Oh yeah, one cool thing you can do in Save the World, you've got like a hoverboard, which you can use for quick exploration around the biome. There's my target. Right, changing materials is... L button. Right. Sorry, I'm just looking at the controls to see what button does what on the building thing. Right. Well, hang on. Fucking... No, stop it. Again, this is going to be really fucking jank till I can get the hang of this. Right, next. R, put that down. Haven't found any seesaws yet. I'm gonna go look for them real quick before we start this. Oh, there's one. is that exclamation point for? Oh, this is an unrelated quest.
Down. Keep going.
Like a side quest you can do. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting good RNG with this particular biome. I'm not seeing a lot of those seesaws spawning this time. Yeah, you can see I've got a fairly decent loadout going on here. Right, so I want to find... Okay. But yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. As cool as it is to play this on Switch 2, I am disappointed they could not get to 60 on this version of the game. Of this game mode. But who knows, maybe down the line they will optimize it and it will eventually get there. I just feel like it should have been like that day one on Switch 2, but what can you do? Gonna clear this stuff out and get some more materials. Where am I on the map? There I am. I should probably reinforce. So there is something I can do right now. I can basically go... Oh, the only person that was playing with me left. Okay. Guess I'm doing this solo then. Where is it? There is. So, there are bonuses you can do if you use blue glow, which is that blue stuff I've been picking up. For example, here's a building boost that I can activate, so what that does is it increases the health of the structures I put down, so all the walls and stuff I put around the target that I'm defending, that will be stronger now. Another thing I'd like to get is movement boosts so I can run around quicker while I'm defending all sides of the target. At least the gyro controls are still, like, they're carrying over from the vanilla game at least. So there is that. So the weapon I'm using right now is called the Xenon Bow. It is the strongest bow in the game. Yes, I've been playing this for a while and I've got like the best weapon. I mean, it might not be physically the strongest, but it is still a pretty strong bow, but generally it is the best bow because of the utility that it has. I'm going to show you what makes this bow better than any other bow. So if I put a wall there, you can shoot through walls and hit enemies through it. So yeah, you see this guy here. Well, it's probably not the best way to do it. Hang on. Let me make this easier to see. I mean, there's only two of them. Hang on. I didn't mean to do that, but okay. Hang on. I'm getting used to the buttons. Hold on. I love how it feels like I've never played this game before, when really I'm just getting used to like how the controls work for building and stuff on the console version of Save the World. Come back here, you. I'm not fucking done with you yet. Fine then. Right, well, I'll tell you what. I'll go here. Right, you can see him right there. You can see the health bar showing where he is. So I can just do this. Okay, that may have not been the best place to test that. Basically, it goes through walls without damaging the walls, but it doesn't seem to work with that particular wall. And it will just pierce the enemy on the other side. You can actually pierce multiple enemies with it. Like, you can hit, like, up to 5... I think up to 5 husks before it finally stops. So it's a very good bow in that regard. Like, you can get a lot of hits in, or you can just do some sneaky shots behind the wall when you're trying to, like, defend yourself. Where is... Oh, right, it's over there. I just remembered what I was doing in the first place. I need to get some bonuses for the mission. Right, there's the movement boost. Put the blue glow in. Right, now I can run faster. I found 4 out of 6 seesaws, but I haven't found all 6. I don't know if there are 6 on this map. Sometimes that can happen. Like, because the map is randomly generated, sometimes the things you're looking for can either be there or not there. And if you have to look for X number of things, you might not necessarily find the X number of said things in one go. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do this one mission, then I'll hop into another one and quickly grab the last 2, and then I'll just leave. Anyway, I think I'm more than equipped to handle this. Just, gonna grab some materials because I'm kind of lacking in stone. But yeah, I'll have to get used to the controls for this again, for like building and whatnot, and save the world. I'm sure there's like some settings I can change to like make that better, but I'm not gonna go into that right now. I'm just gonna play it as is, and I'll figure that out after the stream. Gonna rebuild my resources till I get to 5,000 stone. This building should help. So yeah, one of my perks is that I can just slam my fist into stuff and just instantly harvest all the materials that would be. Because normally to harvest materials you just have to destroy it with a pickaxe, or you can just do this and destroy it all quickly. There we go, I've got all my stone back. Right, so I'm gonna go start the mission now. It's a shame I can't play with anyone else right now. Whoa, what the fuck? Did you guys see that there? What the fuck is going on with that tree? Okay, you guys need to fuck off for a minute. I'm doing something. Go away. The tree was doing something funky there. I'm trying to get it to happen again. Uh-oh. Wait, is it tied to the lighting of the thunder in the background? Is that what's happening? Let me wait for that to happen again. Like, you see that, like, lightning on the right side there? I don't know what was causing that. That was weird. I don't think it's a positional thing. Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna start the mission now. No more time wasting. Don't worry, we'll do some Super Mario Galaxy in like 10 minutes. I know you guys want to see that. Don't worry, I want to play it, so... By the way, I have a weapon that's even better than... By the way, the bow that I've shown you is called Xenon Bow, but I've got something even better than that. So this is called the Plasmatic Discharger. Watch what this does. Oh, fuck, it got caught on the side there. Okay, hang on a minute. Right. Let me do it on this building, actually. This would be a better one to do it. Right, watch what the Plasmatic Discharger does. But isn't that fucking insane? It can just slice through buildings like a hot knife through butter. I'm gonna do it again. Like, watch this. All the way through the building. Yep. That's how good that is. It's great for crowd control, and it's also great for getting rid of structures in a pinch. But it doesn't, like, destroy the structures you put down, so I can't accidentally break my own defenses. But if you want to, like, get rid of a giant building in the way, then bam, there's your answer. The Plasmatic Discharger is a really good weapon.
You got this, Commander.
Right, let's put a turret there. Other than that, I've got an SMG on hand. I've got, like, a ton of weapons. Oops, I didn't mean to summon a second one. Ah, well. I should be fine. How do I bring my inventory up, I wonder? I'm looking around to look for the button for it. Up on D-pad. Yeah, look at all the stuff I've got. But this is just years of me playing the game and getting good materials and whatnot. Good materials, good resources, good weapons, I've got it all. Take care of that blaster.
Combat isn't really my area of expertise. But everything your team is doing appears to be awesome. Maybe a little gross and upsetting, but, you know, overall helpful.
Right, Plasmatic Discharger time. Turn the volume down a little bit. A lot of banging going on here. Drop it. Storm alert changing directions. Repel that before they get here. Right, they're coming from that direction. I should be able to hold this for 5 minutes. Right, so that field should slow them down if they're in that area. Right, now they're all in here, let's just destroy them with the Plasmatic Discharger. So yeah, the plasmatic has a pretty good AoE to it. Like even if they're not near the bubble, as long as they're like not if they're not touching the bubble, but they're like still within this outer circle, it will do damage to them. Don't know if you saw that there, how I hit multiple of them. And again, you can hit them through your own structures. Turret over there. I noticed there's like auto aiming going on, which is, I get it, but it can also be kind of annoying if trying to aim for a specific husk. I could always turn that off, but I can't really do that right now. There we go. Yeah, I should be able to hold the fort for another 90 seconds. Got a turret there to help protect. So yeah, it's not just defending stuff, there are multiple different mission variants you can do in Save the World. Like, this is one of the more common ones, where you're defending up to 4 targets. This time I'm just defending 1 target, which is this. But there's also, like, there's a mission where you have, like, a bomb that you've got to escort to a cannon, which you then load it into the cannon, and then you have to wait for the cannon to charge up while the husks are attacking it. There's a mission where you have to rescue the survivors. There's, like, a bunch of survivors on the map, and you just got to go and, like, save them from the husks. There's a lot of stuff you can do in this game. But yeah, I'm just showing you, like, the core foundation of it. Ooh. Nah, we're fine. Yeah. skip all that. Right, well, that's basically what Save the World is, for those that haven't seen it before. Kinda cool to see it on Switch 2. Again, I'm a bit disappointed that the frame rate is like cut in half. But hopefully they can maybe update that later so it can run better. Like, I feel like they could get it to 60. I've seen it run at 60 on the PlayStation 4. Oh, wrong button. Right, so before we move on, I'm just going to quickly finish that daily mission, get that out of the way. It'll only take me like a minute, because I don't even need to like complete a mission to like bank the quest. I can just hop in, destroy the seesaws, and then leave. So for that purpose, I'm just going to set a solo match with no Phil, and just get that done right now. And then I'll do some Mario Galaxy. Okay, this thing about the loading times, I wonder if this is also a Switch 2 quirk. I'm gonna have to like load up the PC version later and see how long it takes to load up the new map menu system with like the 3D base and whatnot. But I'm glad to see they added at least a little something just to make Save the World a bit more presentable for people who are new to this. But yeah, look at how long this loading is. I feel like I'm playing Sonic 06 right now. And collect all. Collect all, that's just various rewards for various things. So did they add anything to post-game? I don't think they did. I think that it's just the same vanilla stuff that's always been here. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I was kind of hoping they added like more post-game worlds or missions to do, because like this is the absolute highest mission over here. And I've seen this here for like a good few years now. Like, it took me a while to like get this far, but eventually I did unlock this. But maybe they'll add more stuff as more people play this. I don't know what their plans are for the moment. But what I'm going to do real quick before we move on to the next game, I'm going to go to Stonewood. That's like the easiest biome, or the easiest area of the game. Suburbs, no Phil. So all I have to do is just hop into this map, destroy 2 seesaws, and then I can just leave. Like, I don't need to do a whole defense thing. Like, it'll just count them and I'll just get my reward already. But that's a recent change that they did in Save the World before, like ahead of the free-to-play update. I have unfortunately noticed a side effect of like people playing Phil matches, doing their quest, and then leaving. And then you don't have like another person to help you with the main quest. Like, if you're gonna fucking like go in to do something quickly then leave, don't fucking set it to Phil, please. Like, just set it to solo, do your thing, and then kindly leave. Because I think that's like kind of bad etiquette for this game, to like go in just to do one thing and then just leave without helping, you know, everyone complete the quest. Or the mission, but yeah.
You know the drill. Stay cool, don't die, kill clouds.
Right, so I think there's a good chance I'll run into 2 seesaws, because they usually spawn in numbers.
Target located. Drop the atlas on the target when you're ready.
By the way, if you ever wondered what the origin of Der Burger was, I think this is the building that it originally came from. I don't see the logo for it here, but this is the building I think it is. It should say Der Burger somewhere. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe it didn't spawn on that one in particular. And I believe this is a pizza parlor. Yep. Which, you know, Tomato Town was based on that from Chapter 1 of Fortnite. But there they are, so I can just destroy these now, and there we go. 6 out of 6 destroyed. So now I can just leave and I can claim my V-Bucks for the day. Sorry if my commentary on this is a little bit scatterbrained. I was like partially fighting with the controls because I'm not used to playing Save the World on a controller. I usually play on PC with a mouse and keyboard. I'm only used to playing Fortnite with a controller if it's like Zero Build Battle Royale. Because that's the only reason I've got this game installed on my Switch too, just for that. I can't play Battle Royale on PC with mouse and keyboard. Firstly, because the fucking game runs like ass on PC. Secondly, because, you know, skill ceiling is way too high if you're playing on mouse and keyboard. I like things simple. Come on, load already. Why does it take so long to load now? This may be a quirk with the Switch 2 build in particular. I'm gonna have to like check the PC build to see if it takes this long. There you go, there's my V-Bucks. So this is basically where I get my V-Bucks from, just doing daily missions like that. Right, so leave experience. I like how they call it an experience now. So if I go to the... I'm going to check the shop real quick because the shop did refresh. Sure. Oh. Yeah, added Steve Austin to Fortnite, that's cool. I don't know much about wrestling. I'm not really somebody that, like, has gotten into wrestling, but I know who Steve Austin is. Lover Girl Loffrey? Okay, that might be... I have to be careful with some of these emotes because they might be like DMCA. That's probably DMCA too. Yeah, I'm not risking any of those emotes in particular. K-pop Demon Hunters, just a bunch of stuff here. I've never watched K-pop Demon Hunters, so I had to look at the name again. But apparently it's fucking weird. Still waiting for Luffy and, like, you know, One Piece stuff in Fortnite. Still hasn't happened. I feel like it should have happened by now, but yeah. Again, I can only show them very briefly. In fact, you know what? Hang on, can I mute my capture card? Yeah, you know what? Hang on. I'm gonna mute my capture card real quick so I can just see what these look like. What is Fortnite? Like, there's 10 billion crossovers in this game now, and I got Buzz Lightyear just because I do like the character and I do like his design. Like, people were wondering why is Woody not here? Because they added Buzz and they added Zurg. I think it's because this season's theming is rivals. You know, because Foundation and Ice King. But I think it wouldn't surprise me if they add Woody in a few months when Toy Story 4 comes out in, like, July or whatever, so just wait until then. I'm sure he'll be here before too long. Because they pretty much opened the floodgates for Toy Story stuff now, so we will probably see Woody turning up in like a couple months once that movie drops. I was thinking about getting this character. Basically just an anthropomorphic controller. Kinda looks cool. I do like... It's subtle, but I do like that the analog stick is mapped to the direction of his like pupil moving around the eyeball. I think that's kind of a nice touch for that one. But yeah, I'm still considering it. Looks like it's got a fucking Oh, it's a Famicom on his side there. See that? It's like a top-loading Famicom console. That's cool. Let me turn the audio back on. I think we got past the DMCA stuff. Chicken. Fucking Buzz's face. Wait a minute. Right, give me a second, chat. I need to do something now. That is a weird face. Oh. Oh, come on, shop. Why do you do this? Wait. But yeah, there's the Zurg character I forgot to mention. Like, Zurg is in this. They also added the fucking Toy Story aliens as pets, so if you want a pet that's basically this, then there you go. In the Pizza Planet delivery truck. I think I'll stick with the turtle fan, thank you very much. Okay, here's where I was. I say this every time I buy a crossover skin that I like. Like, it's weird seeing these characters doing certain poses and dances and, like, weird expressions like that. Brick chop. I mainly look for... I don't really go out of my way to buy skins unless there's a crossover I like. I mainly look at the emotes. Occasionally I'll buy something other than emote if it appeals to me, but I'm mostly here for the emotes. But I feel like that's the bread and butter of Fortnite when you're playing with others. So apparently this is Lego Ninjago stuff. Oh yeah, I was thinking about getting this one. This makes me think of that fucking meme of the... I forget what it is, it's like this old animation from like some foreign country and like these three guys walking by doing a walk like this. I wonder if that's what they're referencing. I'm not even sure if that's a reference to that. Terminator stuff. Oh yeah, I like this emote. This one's fun. Sorry, I'll get to Mario Galaxy. I'm just having a good time. But yeah, that's a good... Right, these are DMCA, just skip all that. Got the Knight Rider car, and I think that's everything, yep. Lego pass. Got like a fucking rat in here. Okay. Right, well, there's your quick look at Save the World on Switch 2. Again, a little bit disappointed that the performance is cut in half, essentially. I'm a little bit questioning of that. But it's here, it works, it's playable. I'm not sure if I will be playing it this way, though. I mean, I would rather play it on PC, even if it runs a little bit shittily. At least it runs smoother than 30. And I can use mouse and keyboard, which I've become very accustomed to. But I don't know, I'll toy around with the controls, see if I find a way that works for me, but for convenience sake, I can at least put it up on this console now, so, you know, that's a plus. But yeah, if they optimize it, then that's good, but we'll have to wait and see on that front. But yeah, I'll do a proper Fortnite session sometime this coming week, I think, because Battle Royale did get, like, an update. I'm not checking that today. But yeah, thank you for watching. I will now move on to Mario Galaxy.